Leading off for the Grizzlies, first baseman, number 5, Caden Smith.
Grizzlies are down to their last 3 outs potentially on the season. They're going to turn to Caden Smith. Well, not turn to him. It's his spot in the order. 8-9-1 due up for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have had a sentiment most of the season that they are not out of a ball game until that final out. They think that their offense is good enough to have a shot in any game. Well, here they're going to put it to the test. They could not get it done when it was 6-3 entering the 9th on Tuesday against Faulkner. Can they do this? Can they change that tide today? They'll have to do so against the same pitcher that they faced. Right now it's Hunter Dupree. Dupree has been so solid, has worked 3 1/3 so far. Swing and a miss. Dupree, 46 pitches thrown in this contest. Of course, there is no tomorrow. This is the if necessary contest. Chopper on the right side. It's fielded by Trinidad, out number 1.
Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves because there's still 2 outs to work with here, but what a letdown this would be for the Grizzlies. A 50-win season really felt like a team of destiny throughout the course of the season. And some folks maybe thought this could have been the best squad yet. And that includes the national championship team from a few seasons ago.
It's Matthew Lee that now comes up with 1 down in the inning. He'll take on the outside for a strike. Can the Grizzlies get something going? Let's get a runner on. If you're a Grizzly fan, if you're an Eagles fan, you're saying let's slam the door shut.
Hunter Dupree, he has answered the call and then some now. He's had all the right answers at all the right time.
It's now 1-2. Swing and a miss. It's caught in the air. That's out number 2 in the inning. Faulkner 1 out away. Back to the top of the order and Blaze O'Sabin. It's the Grizzlies trying to keep their season alive. And it hits Blaze O'Sabin.
Now batting, second baseman, number 2, Braxton McGuire.
So Blaze O'Sabin gets a board on first. The 2-hole hitter and Braxton McGuire now comes to the plate. McGuire today 0 for 4. Grizzlies clinging to their final out. Runs inside. Today, Faulkner, 6 runs on 6 hits. It's the Grizzlies, 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 error in the field. It's McGuire and then the reigning player of the year standing on the on-deck circle, and A.J. Zepkowski. Misses 2-0.
Well, we talked about this earlier, but that stat that really stands out, it's the 2 for 19 with runners on. And you haven't seen that all year from the Grizzlies. It's picked probably the worst possible time for that one to pop up.
We'll put it like this. For Faulkner, it's with runners in scoring position, they've only been 2 for 15 today. For the Grizzlies, they're 1 for 7 today with runners in scoring position. But it's the Eagles that were able to take advantage of some miscues in the 6th. Squares to bunt, McGuire pulls back. The 3-0 runs inside. It's a fastball for a strike. And that's a 5-pitch walk. McGuire gets aboard. That puts that all-important tying run now on the on-deck circle for the Grizzlies. It does bring up the national reigning player of the year in A.J. Sepkowski. And that's going to be all. Patrick McCarthy's seen enough out of Hunter Dupree. I think they're going to turn to Ozuna. We'll be sure. We'll step aside here on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Fans, your attention, please. A new pitcher in for the Eagles. Number 20, Jordan DiStefano.
Runners on first and second, new pitcher into the ballgame. It's Jordan DiStefano. Sub-4 ERA. He is their closer. 6 saves on the season, and he's tasked with just getting one out for the Eagles. He'll have to do so coming in against the reigning player of the year in A.J. Sepkowski. Hits him. Tying run is to the plate.
How about that?
And the Grizzlies have life. We've talked about it today. They feel like if there's an out left in this contest, they can come back. It was the Grizzlies that got the tying run up in the 9th inning on Tuesday. They could not score. Here they get the tying run up as Patrick McCarthy comes in. And I think we're going to see another pitching change? Maybe?
Interesting.
And that's all.
Yep.
So one pitch will do it for Jordan Stefano. I think now we're going to bring in Ozuna. We'll step aside here on the Grizzly Digital Network.
A new pitcher in for the Eagles, number 13, Marco Ozuna. Well, this is the if necessary game, folks. An elimination game, and the Eagles need one more out. They turn to Marco Ozuna. He threw 108 pitches in a complete game on Monday against OUAZ. He needs one final out here. Daniels, chopper foul.
This is the guy you want if he has to come to this. We all know how quickly he can turn on it if you put it in the right spot.
It's a hold your breath situation. Daniels has already hit one home run today. He had a solo shot in the 4th. He would be the tying run right now. It's not would be. He is the tying run right now. 6-2 ball game. Hit him. Make it a 6-3 ball game. And now the winning run comes to the plate.
Now batting, shortstop.
3 or 4 batters hitting this inning. Did you have that on your bingo card?
I did not have that on the bingo card this inning. Seems eerily similar to what happened with the Grizzlies in inning number 6. 2 outs in the inning, and the season's going to come down to Jackson Cobb. He's the winning run at the plate. The tying run's on first in Henry Daniels. Punched into left field. This is going to get down. It's a fair ball into the corner. Throw's going to come home. It's cut off, and it's a tie ball game. The Grizzlies have tied it up here in the 9th. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Holy Toledo. That was a fine piece of hitting right there by Jackson Cobb. Put it exactly in the right spot. Heads up base running there. Wow, the Grizzlies, a team that just will refuse to lose. They do it again.
And all of a sudden, the Grizzlies can win the ball game. It's Winland Jr. now to the plate. Grizzly dugout and their fans up loud. Taken outside 2-0. Winland Jr. swings and fouls it off. The tension on every single pitch. It's a 4-spot from the Grizzlies right now.
You couldn't script this any better.
Hit hard over to short. It's misplayed. It's an improbable. It's not almost impossible. And the Grizzlies have booked their ticket to Lewiston.
The final score, the Grizzlies 7 and the Eagles 6.
I mean, that's a comeback for the ages right there, Patrick. All the things that needed to happen in this inning, you could have played at 100 times. You may not get that result maybe one other time, the way Hunter Dupree was pitching. You brought in the closer, and then you brought in Ozuna, and still the Grizzlies find a way just as they have all season long.
With 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, the Grizzlies did not have a runner on base. They were 1 out away. They're top of the order coming to the plate. And somehow, some way, the Grizzlies find a way.
That's baseball for you, right?
We talked about it all afternoon. The Grizzlies felt that they had a chance in this ball game as long as they were still alive. And boy, did that come true today. Unbelievable. We're now going to turn it over to our public address announcer here in 1 second, to Mr. Jeff Holcomb, where they're going to have a trophy banner presentation. But in the meantime, the Grizzlies still celebrating on the field. Cannot believe what just happened, Nick.
Yeah, you can watch a lifetime of baseball. 2 outs in the 9th, down 4 runs. How many other times are you ever going to see something like that? But that is the heart and character of this Grizzly team. It's just a winning culture that Coach Senior has built. And today you saw that they never say die, even in down to the very last string that they're hanging on. They found a way to make it work. Took advantage of some miscues by the Faulkner pitching staff, and great players make winning plays at the right time. That's what you saw play out here in the 9th inning. Just an incredible story.
It felt like for Patrick McCarthy, they couldn't have scripted this game to get the 2 outs in the 9th any better. It was Hunter Lord. They turned to Jordan DiStefano for 1 pitch. He hit a batter, and then Ozuna couldn't close it out. Unbelievable as the Grizzlies keep celebrating. They have punched their ticket to Lewiston.
Yeah,
go ahead, Nick.
I'll say there's been a lot of memorable games here at the Grizzly Baseball Complex, but I know there's been some real classics, but man alive, I don't know. If this is not number 1, it's right near the top, because this was a incredible finish. That's just not doing it justice. And just, you know, we're seeing it right now from the viewpoint of the Grizzly fans, the ecstasy on the field, but man, that is just a crushing loss for the Faulkner Eagles. They were literally right there on the doorstep. Just could not put it away for that last out.
So for the Grizzlies, they will now move on to Lewiston. We'll have to await how the official seedings are going to take place. But the Grizzlies will rather start on Thursday or Friday next week in Idaho. And so now we'll send it over to our public address announcer, Jeff Holcomb, for today's trophy presentation.
Jeff, all you. All you.
Fans, let's give a round of applause to both teams on a fantastic tournament here in Lawrenceville, Georgia this week. At this time, NAIA Site Supervisor Trevor Flo presents the NAIA Opening Round Trophy to the Georgia Gwinnett College Grizzlies. Congratulations to the Grizzlies on advancing to the Avista NAIA World Series in Lewiston, Idaho, beginning play on May 24th. We would like to thank you for attending this week's action in Lawrenceville. Please drive home safely wherever your final destination might be.
And so that'll do it for us here on the Grizzly Digital Network. Nick, final thoughts? I mean, it's hard to put into words what we just saw today.
I mean, this is what you live for, right? These are the games and the moments that you hope to see. And even though maybe the first few days we didn't have a lot of classics, we got more than more than made up for it by what we saw today. I mean, like I said, you watch all the baseball you want. You may never see something like that again. 4-run deficit, ninth inning, 2 outs, bases empty, and yet somehow the Grizzlies are moving on to the NAIA World Series. Just hats off to Coach Sheetinger and the entire squad. And I want to give credit where credit's due. Faulkner had a phenomenal season. They came oh so close, but GGC, they just made one more play today.
Huge thank you to everyone that has tuned in all week here on the Grizzly Digital Network. Without you guys tuning in, wouldn't be much people to broadcast this to. And of course, congratulations to the athletes on the field, because without them, there would be no broadcast, no games, and no storylines. On behalf of our entire crew here on the Grizzly Digital Network, Nick Banaszak, I'm Patrick Cassett. So long from Lawrenceville, Georgia. We'll see you next week in Lewiston, Idaho.
You have been watching the Lawrenceville bracket of the NAIA opening round. For the latest information, log on to NAIA.org.